Hi, this is Christina Dam, and this is Liberate the Podcast, where we educate, motivate, inspire, and liberate your consciousness. From spirituality, holistic healing, to creativity and conscious business, we've got your mind, body, and spirit covered.
Hi, I'm January. My company is New World LA Agency. We are branding and marketing and PR firm.
I'm Sabrina Heartsong, and I'm an intuitive guide, and I help facilitate transformational experiences for people who want to create powerful lives.
Beautiful, beautiful. So Sabrina, we have to really think about how we came into each other's lives and how magical and amazing that was.
I know, it feels like 100 years ago,
yeah.
Right? Doesn't it feel like it's such a long time? Yeah,
exactly.
So much has happened.
Yes, we definitely have known each other in our past lives.
For sure. I remember being relatively new in California, and I wasn't living in LA yet, but I was in California, and I remember coming here and not having any clients. Like I had sort of, I had my business in Toronto, and then I transitioned here, and some of my clients followed me online. That's when I switched from doing in-person sessions to online work. Mm-hmm. And I remember coming here, and I had, some clients with me that I brought with me from Canada, but nobody here. Right? Yeah. And I remember the night that we had a mutual friend that introduced us.
Yes,
right?
Lauren.
Right.
Yeah.
And I met you, and we started talking, and it was this instant connection.
It was
this instant connection, and I was like, wow, I really want to help this person. Right?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about the program?
Well, it was so funny because I was going through a breakup with this guy at the time, and I was so devastated, and I was pulling myself together and going to Lauren's house, and we barely knew each other, and we had this dinner, and we were sitting there, we were eating and whatever, and then you hugged me and you were like, you gotta let that guy go. And I was like, what? Oh my God, she's so scary, because I didn't believe in any of all that intuitive stuff. I was freaked. I went home and freaked out. I was like, what? Why does she know anything about what's going on? I was like, did Lauren tell her my business? What happened? How does she know? So I was kind of freaked out about that.
Yeah, sorry. I can be a little dirty. I've toned it down over I've learned to ask for permission before I just, this is what needs to happen, Yeah. But I remember, and we talked at length about your relationship and what was happening in your life, and I remember just being okay, I'm going to help you, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember offering to take you through my first program, and I remember you accepting, and then shortly thereafter, all of my clients were 6 degrees of separation from January. I felt like this person came from January, and that person came from January, and they told two friends, and they told two friends, and they told two friends.
Yeah, I know. I ended up going to I remember we went to, it was Harry's baby shower, and I got there, and I was like, how do you know Sabrina? And you we didn't even talk. I was like, what are you doing here? And you're like, oh, well, they're one of my clients. I'm like, that is crazy. Think about the great connecting of it all.
I know. Yeah. Well, you are a fantastic connector, for sure. Definitely. And it's been great. I mean, we got a chance to work together. We got a chance to become friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've seen each other go through a lot. I mean, you planned my baby shower, which was really sweet. And
now you're going to plan some of my bridal shower.
Absolutely. Have to be there for sure.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate about our friendship is that it's one of those connections where you kind of just can pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
How you can just sort of not talk for a few months or even a year, and then all of a sudden it's no time has passed. It's
catch me up.
It's as soon as I see you, I realize how much I love you. Oh wow, why don't I see you more?
I know. We're like, why don't we see each other more? What happened?
I know. And then we just kind of go off and do our own thing and be in the flow. And then there's this implicit trust. I mean, this is I try to live my life this way, but there's this implicit trust in our friendship. It's kind of I know that I'm going to see you at the right time, at the right moment, and we're going to be connected somehow. Without having to try and force it.
It's so funny too, because we can be friends and we can talk about personal stuff, but I can also like the other day I was having this moment about feeling something huge is coming, and I was I feel but it's giving me anxiety, but the good anxiety. I was I feel I don't know, maybe it's Oprah's gonna call me and she's gonna say, you're gonna be my protege. I don't know, something huge was coming. So I called you and I was I don't know why I'm have this like weird anxiety, like something is coming, and I'm like trying to figure out how to get to it faster. And you gave me like the best advice ever.
Did I?
About manifesting and like being in it now, and not worrying about what did you say again? I can't remember.
I told you to surrender the how of it.
Yeah.
I told you to focus on how you feel. Like this anticipation that something big is about to happen and how good it feels to tell yourself that and to really believe that and know that something big is about to happen and just to open yourself up to it and not be concerned about what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because we get caught up in how and what and the details, and that's really not, that's really not up to us. You know? As soon as we start to put our focus there, then we get taken out of the process, you know? And it can bring up more fear. So it's good to just focus on like how, oh God, this feels so good. This, wonderful stuff is about to come through and so on, and just surrender and trust that it's going to be revealed to you. Like you'll know it. You'll know in the right time and in the right way.
Yeah. And that was so helpful because I was like, you were like, just stay excited. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You don't have to know when it's coming. Just stay excited. So like every morning in my meditations, like since we talked, I was like closing my eyes and I would just like leave with a smile on my face, and it was just like stepping into it. I was just like, hi, I'm January / Oprah, like, hello. Like,
whatever does it. Whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever makes you feel good. It's, it's about cultivating that state of joy and happiness and enthusiasm and love and appreciation and gratitude and all those great, yummy, high vibing, emotions. We can hang out in there as much as possible. Then, we get to attract people, situations, circumstances, events into our lives that allow us to experience more of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And ever since I shifted, it's so funny, like this potential client, like it was like the next day called and they're like, we want to fly you to Maui and we've got this huge opportunity and we feel like it's
about to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Something big is about to happen. And then this other guy who was like this international guy, I met him through a client. He's like, hey, can I pay you $300,000 a year to come? This was like literally yesterday, to move to Vegas and, but you'd have to work for me. And I was like, do I get up New World Agency or do I go make 300? You know what I mean? It was like this nice amount of money. And I was just like, but it was a big thing. So I was like, keep coming. The right situation is going to happen. But it literally was after that conversation that we had, it started like of just like waking up with this joy of excitement. It just, everything started like just coming so well. Perfect. Like it's
because you're not blocking it by worrying about how or what moves do I need to make or how do I need to facilitate this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really none of our business. We just focus on how we want to feel, and then we just open ourselves up, and bring the willingness to really, experience whatever, all the goodness that's coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. And by the way, so when you're talking to Christina, did you talk about the 4-step process at all?
We didn't talk about 4-step process. We talked a little bit about like some of the other work that I do because the topic was manifesting with ease. Yeah. So we tried to keep it like on topic. But we did talk a little bit about my the work that I do in helping people manage uncomfortable emotions. Yeah. Working through like moving out of fear and into love, and the 4-step process and how that helps you step into that. We didn't go into detail.
Because the 4-step process, I feel like. Is like literally like was one of my like the ultimate things that truly helped me when I did the program with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is why I was like talking to everybody about it. I was like, oh my God, you gotta go see Sabrina. It was just like, but it was like remembering that trigger. Like every time I get into that like moment of like, especially like now, even like in my relationship, it's like something will happen and I'm like, ooh, that's not him. That's just my childhood wounding. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like being able to identify it that quickly where most people would never be able to like.
Yeah. I mean, it's really about taking personal responsibility for the quality of our experience on a moment to moment basis. You know? And so, I thank you for that reflection because, it's something that helped me. The 4-step process was something I created because I needed something to help me deal with my emotions. You know? And I didn't have a way or a context for, feeling what I needed to feel and helping myself shift, you know? And it was through working with others that eventually I was able to sort of, like systemize it in such a way where, okay, well, when I'm having an uncomfortable emotion, let's say I'm angry or scared or feeling sad or lonely, all of those are variations of fear. I'm experiencing there's something that I'm afraid of on a core level that I don't have access to. I just know that I feel bad, right? And so if I can just stop and give myself permission to feel and breathe. The diaphragmatic breathing really helps because it helps ground us and slows down the central nervous system, and it puts us back in our bodies. And it gives me permission to feel the full range of my emotions, when I'm not trying to you shake it off or feel better or escape it. I'm just present with it and breathing and giving myself permission to feel, the fullness of what I'm experiencing. And then, and then loving myself through that process, which most of us don't.
No.
You don't think about loving yourself when you're scared or loving yourself when you're angry. You don't think about having compassion for the part of you that is experiencing something painful.
Right.
Right. And so, we play our parents' role and we say, suck it up or don't cry or don't feel bad or don't, toughen up, whatever the messaging was. And so just to be able to reparent ourselves in that moment and give ourselves a chance to just move into a state of non-resistance, let me just give myself tons of unconditional love, because love is what's going to, dissolve the pain that I'm in right now. And then from there, moving into more of an observer role, which is the third step, which is really just scanning and seeing, okay, what's my imprint? What is the belief that was triggered?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I have an opportunity to really see that I'm not reacting to the circumstances.
Right. Right.
The circumstances are manifested by me, the higher me, the higher self, so that I can see where I'm already wounded.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so the circumstances or the person or whatever triggered the emotion becomes a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from there I can move into step 4, which is now, okay, I've felt it, I've gone into the wound, I've felt the experience, I've connected it to my childhood, to whatever beliefs were created in childhood. I can see that how I'm manifesting this for myself, how I'm restaging the drama of my childhood and the pain that it caused me. And now I can move into step 4, which is choosing a higher belief. Right now I get to make a different choice. I get to choose a completely different consciousness, and affirm the opposite of whatever the imprint was. If I'm unworthy of love, then, in my 4th step, I can say I'm willing to receive love in my life now. I can just shift it for myself, and it was so helpful to me, and still is, to this day in my journey of just being human, to be able to use that process. And so it's so great to hear that, it's helped you in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that, I'm able to offer it to others is wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to get such a good thing when they come to this workshop, because that 4-step process is you could pay millions of dollars for that, just to learn that 4-step process, guys. Anyways, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited for the workshop.
I'm excited too.
I will be here with all my family and friends. Everybody will be here. It'll be fun.
It'll be so good.
The staff will be, I'm telling all the staff, I'm like, you guys all have to come. It's going to be great. So
it's going to be lots of fun.
It'll be really good.
Yeah,
so
wonderful.
Yay. Thank you.
Thanks for catching up with me.
Yes, thank you.
If you enjoyed this conversation, like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends. If you want some more amazing resources on your path of liberation, head over to liberateyourself.com and sign up for our mailing list. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram at Liberate Hollywood, all one word, or Liberate Emporium, all one word. Until next time, liberate yourself.